This video is about setting your financial compass for the future, about how to achieve your long-term goals. These are goals that are 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, even 30 years down the line. Long-term goals are any goal that is 5+ years from now. And so whenever you have a long-term goal, you should set SMART goals around your long-term goal. What a SMART goal means is that your goal is specific, it's measurable, it's attainable, it's relevant, and that it is time bound. If you want to know more about these SMART goals, you can watch my previous video where I spoke about them in more detail. But when you have long-term goals, then it helps set the direction and the purpose that you're moving in for your financial journey so that you can have financial success. A lot of people don't like to think that far ahead because they think that it's overwhelming for them, but it's essential that you are thinking about your long-term goals and that you actually have long-term goals and you're working on achieving your long-term goals. Remember that the decisions that you made 5 years ago are decisions that are affecting you today. And decisions that you are making today are decisions that will affect you 5 years from now and affect how you're doing financially. So your future self is dependent on you right now to do smart things with your money, to be able to make long-term goals and not just spend what you have right now in the present without thinking about the consequences for the future. I think about a racer who's gonna go and do a foot race around a track. And as soon as the race starts, that racer goes and they trip on their feet and they fall to the ground. Now they can get up and run and try to catch up and win the race. They can do it, but it's a lot less likely. It would have been a lot better if they would have gotten off to a good start. It's the same way with our finances. We don't want to wait and start off wrong where we're getting in a bunch of bad debt like credit card debt, and then we're not thinking about our financial future. Instead, we want to start off strong and we want to finish strong so that we make sure that we have enough stamina, enough energy to complete the whole race and that we not just burn out halfway through. In the same way, that's what you want to do with your finances. You don't want to be young and balling and then turn around and be old and broke and talk about, well, in the good old days, I had this money and this car and this home. And then when you're older, you don't have anything to show for all of the things that you did in your younger years. So instead, you want to make sure that you are thinking about your vision, your financial vision, and that you're creating long-term goals to help you to be able to achieve your financial vision. Now, when I talk about goals that are 30 years from now, usually most people are thinking about retirement. They're thinking about their children and what they're going to be able to pass down to them and give to them. Some people want to retire early, but you should be thinking about this. How much money do you want in retirement? What type of home do you want to live in? What type of vacations do you want to take? What type of car do you want to drive? How do you want to give in your retirement? How generous do you want to be able to be? So you take all of these things into account when you're creating your long-term vision or your long-term goals. Then you also think about things that you can do 10 years from now to help you with financial success. For some people, they may want to make double payments on a home so that they could pay their home off early. And if you pay your home off early, then all the money that you are putting towards your mortgage, now that money can go into your pocket and you can do what you want to do with it. It's just important that you have long-term financial goals. 5 years from now, people might say, hey, I want to make a down payment on my dream home, or I want to remodel my home. But you should always have goals. That what is your goal from 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now? Where do you see yourself in the future? And when you do this, what it'll help you do is it'll help you to not make impulse purchases. It'll help you to stay on track so that you'll only make purchases that helps you get closer to your goal so that you can go and live out the financial vision that you have for your life. So I recommend that you go and write down, what are your long-term goals? What do you see for yourself in the future? And make them SMART goals where you actually create a plan so that you can go and achieve it. Next, I would like you to watch my video about navigating your money and how to achieve your short-term goals. So watch and enjoy.